Hello everyone. In this session, we will be seeing an example of bank reconciliation statement wherein we are given a bank account as per books and a bank statement from bank. So looking at the transactions in the bank account and the bank statement, we will be preparing a bank reconciliation statement as on a particular date. Now, let's see this example first. Messrs. Sugam Limited has started a trading business on 1st Jan 2019. So, it's a new business which started on 1st Jan 2019 in the books of Messrs. Sugam Limited ABC bank account. So, this is a bank account in the books of Messrs. Sugam Limited. So, you have debit, credit, date, particulars, voucher number, amount, date, particular, voucher number, amount. So we have all the debit and credit entries here. Then on 31st Jan 2019, buy balance carried down 21,79,000. The same is carried forward on 1st Feb 2019 to balance brought down 21,79,000. So it's a debit balance as per books of accounts. Then we have bank statement of ABC Bank of Messrs. Sugam Limited from 1st Jan 2019 to 31st Jan 2019. Then we have a bank account number and we have date, particular, transaction ID or check number. Then we have withdrawals or debits, deposits or credits and balance as on that particular date. So these are the transactions which are given in the bank statement and a bank account. Now since this is a new business, there is no opening balance as on 1st Jan 2019. Now we will be seeing each and every transaction in your bank account and the bank statement, and we will be matching all the transactions. So if the transaction is appearing in the bank account and the bank statement, then it won't appear in the bank reconciliation statement. So we will be finding out those transactions which are there in the bank account but not there in the bank statement, or which are there in the bank statement but they are not there in the bank account. So let's see all the transactions on the debit side of bank account first. So these transactions will appear on the credit side of your bank statement. Let's see the first one. 2nd Jan 2019 to cash account 123456 BR001 8 lakhs. So this is cash deposited. Let's see if it is appearing in the bank statement. So 2nd Jan 2019 we have cash deposited. Let's check the transaction ID and the check number 123456. Deposit credit 8 lakhs. So let's mark this transaction. Next, 5th Jan 2019 to loan from Veena bank account. So check number is 351274 BR002 15 lakhs. Let's see on the credit side of the bank statement. So we have Veena bank loan check 351274, amount is 15 lakhs. Let's mark this. Next, 30th Jan 2019 to Messrs. Sahana Limited 598472 BR003 2,75,500. Let's see on the credit side of the bank statement 2,75,500. So if you see, we can't see any amount of 2,75,500 on the credit side of the bank statement. So this transaction is not appearing in the bank statement. So we won't mark this transaction. We will keep it as it is. Now let's see the credit side of the ABC bank account. Now credit side of ABC bank account is your debit or withdrawals in the bank statement. Let's see all the transactions one by one. 6 Jan 2019 by rent account 516271 BP001 is the internal voucher number, amount is 20,000. Let's see on the debit side of the bank statement. Now on the debit side we can see 20,000. Now whenever you are verifying a particular transaction, it is important to match the transaction with the transaction ID or the check number. Now it may happen that there may be many transactions of the same amount. So you have to verify that transaction with the check number. So check number or transaction ID is unique. It's different for each and every transaction. So now this is the amount 20,000. Now what is the check number here? 516271. 516271. So let's mark this transaction. Next, 7 Jan 2019 by Seema Enterprises 516272 BP002 76500. Let's see. Now if you see on the debit side of your bank statement, we can't find the amount of 76,500. So it's not there in the bank statement. We won't mark this transaction. Next, 12 Jan 2019 by cash account 516273 BP003 2,50,000. On the debit side, we have 2,50,000. Now let's verify your check number 516273. So it matches with the bank account. Let's mark this transaction. Next, 25th Jan 2019 by Raghav and Sons account 516274 BP004 50,000. Let's see. So we have amount of 50,000 in the debit. Let's verify the check number 516274. It's the same one. So let's mark. So now all the transactions, all the common transactions between the bank account and the bank statement are highlighted. Now there are certain transactions which are appearing in the bank account but same are not there in the bank statement and vice versa. Now these transactions will be a part of bank reconciliation statement. Let's see all those transactions. So let's number this transaction. This is 1, this is 2, then this is 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we have 7 transactions which are either in the bank account or in the bank statement. Now let's see all these transactions one by one. First we'll prepare a bank reconciliation statement. Either you can begin with the balance as per your bank account and then move from bank account to bank statement or vice versa. Now here we are given the balance as on 31st Jan 2019 as per your books of accounts as well as bank statement. So we can always cross verify whether our bank reconciliation statement is correct. Now let's prepare a format of bank reconciliation statement. We will start from our bank account as per books and we will move towards our bank statement. Let's begin. Now this is a bank reconciliation statement. Balance as per cash books 21,79,000. Now let's see all the transactions one by one. 1. 30th Jan 2019 to Messrs Sahana Limited 598472 BR003 2,75,500. Now this is a check number 598472. Now this 598472 is received from Messrs Sahana Limited. So this is the check which is received and deposited in the bank, but it is not yet cleared, so it is not appearing in the bank statement. Now the check has been received from Messrs Sahana Limited, so it is recorded in the bank account. So to that extent, your balance in the bank account is increased. Now since this check is not yet cleared, it is not appearing in the bank statement. So your balance in the bank statement will be less as compared to your balance in the bank account to the extent of 2,75,500. Now here we are moving from your cash book to bank statement. So we have to reduce 2,75,500 in the bank reconciliation statement. Let's prepare a working note. Working note number 1. This is a cash book. This is a passbook. Now since the amount of the transaction is more, let's assume that the balance as per cash book is 10 lakhs debit and passbook is 10 lakhs credit. Now this check has been deposited in the bank. So there is the entry in the cash book 2,75,500. But since it is not cleared, there is no entry in the passbook. So the balance as per cash book is 12,75,500. Balance as per passbook is 10 lakhs. Now we are moving from cash book to passbook. So we have to reduce 2,75,500 in bank reconciliation statement. Let's do this. Less check deposited but not cleared 2,75,500. Next, 7 Jan 2019 by Seema Enterprises. Check number 516272 BP002 76,500. So this check is issued to Seema Enterprises, but it is not presented for payment, so it is not appearing in the bank statement. So what has happened here? Since the check has been issued to Seema Enterprises, we have recorded it in our bank account as per books. So the balance in the bank account as per books is less to the extent of 76,500. But since the same is not appearing in the bank statement, your balance as per bank statement is greater by 76,500 as compared to bank account. Now in bank reconciliation, we are moving from your bank account as per books to bank statement. So we have to add 76,500 in bank reconciliation statement. Let's prepare a working note for this. 2. We have cash book and we have passbook. Let's assume the balance as 10 lakhs debit in cash book, 10 lakhs credit in passbook. Now this is check issued, so it will appear on the credit side of cash book, but it is not presented, so it won't appear in the passbook. Now the balance as per cash book is 9,23,500. Passbook is 10 lakhs. Now we are moving from your cash book to passbook. So we have to add 76,500 in bank reconciliation statement. Let's do this. Check issued but not presented 76,500. Now let's see the next transaction. 3. 9 Jan 2019, Piramal Limited, direct bank transfer. We have a transaction ID here, and amount is 1,25,000. So there was a direct bank transfer. So there was a payment by your bank directly to Piramal Limited. Now this amount is not recorded in the bank account as per books. So now what has happened here? Since there is a direct bank transfer to Pyramid Limited of 1,25,000, your balance as per bank statement is less as compared to your balance as per bank account by 1,25,000. Now here we are moving from your bank account as per books to bank statement. So we have to reduce this amount of 1,25,000 in the bank reconciliation statement. Let's prepare a working note for this. So we have a cash book, passbook. So 10 lakhs debit balance as per cash book, 10 lakh credit balance as per passbook. There is a direct transfer or direct payment by the bank. So 1,25,000 on the debit side of passbook, but there is no entry in the cash book. So the balance as per cash book is 10 lakhs. Balance as per passbook is 8,75,000. Now we are moving from cash book to passbook, so we have to reduce 1,25,000 in the bank reconciliation statement. Let's do this. Less direct payment by bank not recorded in the books of accounts 1,25,000. Now let's see the next transaction. 4. 19 Jan 2019 Messrs Sukanya direct bank transfer. We have transaction ID and 1,50,000 on the credit side. So Messrs Sukanya has deposited 1,50,000 directly in our bank account. Now this has been recorded in our bank statement, but it is not recorded in the bank account as per books. So what has happened here is, since there is a direct credit in our bank statement, our balance in the bank statement has increased, but the same is not recorded in our bank account as per books. So the balance as per bank account to that extent is less as compared to the bank statement. So in a bank reconciliation statement, we have to add 1,50,000 since we are moving from your bank account to bank statement. Let's prepare a working note for this. 4. Cash book, passbook. 10 lakhs as per cash book, 10 lakhs as per passbook. Now there is a direct credit in our passbook. So 1,50,000 on the credit side of passbook. There is no entry in the cash book. So balance as per cash book is 10 lakhs. Balance as per passbook is 11,50,000. So we are moving from cash book to passbook. So we have to add 1,50,000 in bank reconciliation statement. Let's do this. Add direct bank transfer credited in the bank but not recorded in the books of accounts 1,50,000. Now the next transaction. 5. 29 Jan 2019 bank charges. So we have a transaction ID and 1,200. So there are certain bank charges which are debited in the bank statement but same are not recorded in the bank account as per books. Now what has happened is, because of this bank charges, the balance in the bank statement has reduced by 1,200. But since the same are not recorded in the bank account as per books, your balance as per bank account in the books is more as compared to the bank statement. Now here we are moving from your bank account to bank statement. So we have to reduce this bank charges in bank reconciliation statement. Let's prepare a working note for this. 5th, cash book, passbook. 10 lakhs as per cash book, 10 lakhs as per passbook. Bank charges are debited in the passbook. So 1200 in the passbook, no entry in the cash book. So balance as per cash book is 10 lakhs. Balance as per passbook is 9,98,800. Now we are moving from cash book to passbook. So we have to reduce 1200 in the bank reconciliation statement. Let's do that. Less bank charges debited in the bank statement but not recorded in the books of accounts 1200. Now let's see the next transaction. 6. 31st Jan 2019 interest Veena Bank direct transfer. We have transaction ID 1,87,500. Now there was some interest which was paid to Veena Bank directly by bank transfer. So it is appearing in the bank statement but same is not recorded in the books of accounts. So what has happened because of this interest debited is that your balance in the bank statement has reduced by 1,87,500. But since the same is not recorded in the books of accounts, your balance in the bank account as per books is greater than the bank statement. Now here, since we are moving from the bank account to bank statement, we have to reduce this 1,87,500 in our bank reconciliation statement. Let's prepare a working note for this. 6. We have cash book, passbook. 10 lakh debit as per cash book, 10 lakh credit as per passbook. Now there is a interest which is debited in the passbook. So 1,87,500 debit. No entry in the cash book. So balance as per cash book is 10 lakhs. Balance as per passbook is 8,12,500. Now we are moving from cash book to passbook. So we have to reduce 1,87,500 in bank reconciliation statement. Let's do that. Less interest payment by bank not recorded in the books of accounts 1,87,500. Now next transaction. 7. 31st Jan 2019 bank interest. We have transaction ID 2000. So since this is on the credit side of bank, we have received this interest from the bank. So bank has credited 2000 in a statement. Now this is not recorded in our books of accounts. So what has happened is because of this there is an increase in the balance as per bank statement. But since the same is not recorded in the books of accounts, your balance in the books of accounts is less to the extent of 2000. Since we are moving from your bank account to bank statement, so we have to add this 2000 in the bank reconciliation statement. Let's prepare a working note for this. 7. Cash book, passbook. 10 lakhs debit, 10 lakhs credit. So interest credited by bank, but it is not recorded in the books of accounts. So balance as per cash book is 10 lakhs. Balance as per passbook is 10 lakh 2000. Now we are moving from cash book to passbook. So we have to add 2000 in bank reconciliation statement. Let's do this. Add bank interest credited but not recorded in the books of accounts 2000. Now this was the last transaction. Now let's take a total and find out what is the balance as per bank statement as on 31st Jan 2019. So the total of this is 2,28,500, 5,89,200. We have to reduce. So 21,79,000 plus 2,28,500 minus 5,89,200 is 1,818,300. This is balance as per bank statement. Since we are given both your bank account and bank statement, we can always cross verify if this balance is correct. 1818300. This balance has to match with your bank statement as on 31st Jan 2019. Let's check the balance. Bank balance as per bank statement on 31st Jan 2019 is 1818300. Now this is one way to cross verify whether all reconciliation items are considered in bank reconciliation statement and your bank reconciliation statement is correct. So in bank reconciliation statement we have to always verify the balances as per your books of accounts and your bank statement as on a particular date. Now there is one more way in which a bank reconciliation statement can be prepared. We can begin with the balance as per bank statement and then we can derive at a balance as per our books of accounts. Now prepare this bank reconciliation statement by yourself and then let's verify it. One more way of preparing a bank reconciliation statement wherein we have started with balance as per bank statement and we are finding out balance as per cash book, or we can say balance as per bank account in our books of accounts. So this was all about a example on bank reconciliation statement wherein we are given a cash book and a bank statement and we had to prepare a bank reconciliation statement.